to me, the most enduring achievement of any government is the development of the people. If the people are not properly groomed and developed, if I may use that word, whatever you achieve on infrastructure or physical development, outside human development, will not last, will not endure. We actually serve just a purpose that will be extremely limited. And let me explain. The Yorubas have an adage which is quite apt. That ọmọ tí a bá kọ́, òun ló máa gbélé tá a bá kọ́ tà. That is, untrained child, undeveloped child will be a scoundrel. And this scoundrel will mortgage whatever inheritance, physical inheritance, that is bequeathed to him. That's the very close interpretation of that Yoruba adage. Ọmọ tá a bá kọ́, òun ló máa gbélé tá a bá kọ́ tà. The untrained child will be a vagabond. We sell the house or physical property he or she inherits. That said, let me further explain why human development is key. Our first program on assumption of office was the Osun Youth Empowerment Scheme, under which we mobilized 20,000 of our unemployed youth to understand the value of work. We advertised for people who want to be volunteers and earn something on which they can live a reasonable, they can eke out a living, as against indolence and idleness. We were able to have about 250,000 applicants for 20,000 spaces or vacancies. It was a hell shortlisting the 20,000 from over 250,000 applicants. But we did that, trained them for about 6 weeks in their respective local government areas, and set them on social work, community work, and any other such environmental, life supporting, community assisting and upgrading assignments, which they did for 2 years before the second batch came on board. And as that was being done, we rebranded the state. We said it's not just Osun, it's the land of the virtuous. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọmọlúwàbí. The rebranding exercise came up with a symbol for the state. And that symbol is rich in our history and and totems that must get into you and make you reflect more on who you are and what to represent. So that is it. You have the inscription: liberty, justice, and service. Well, the symbol, the state emblem, is a reminder of who we are, where we are, and what we must develop in ourselves to meet the goal we have set for ourselves. There is a controversial one. We refuse to be like any other state. You know, the state is used as a suffix by virtually all the other states in Nigeria. We put it as a prefix, State of Osun. Again, we believe that is the best international practice. There are only 2 countries in the world with state structure, 3 countries with state structure having it the way it is done in Nigeria. 3 of them have military rule. So Nigeria is one of those 3 nations where states are called the way we call them. Which are the 3 nations? You have Myanmar, the old Burma, Nigeria, again by the military, which is brashness and abrasiveness, rather than looking for the appropriate formal way to call state. Just say Osun State, or your state, Lagos State, without any similarity in the world. And I will come to that. The third one is the Sudan. The Sudan too has that, but there is no way Yoruba man will say Osun Ipinle. No Yoruba man in Nigeria, no Yoruba speaker, native Yoruba speaker, will say Osun Ipinle. So no primary speaker of English language will accept as formal the method of naming state that we have in Nigeria. No. And a good example is America. America does not call New York State, no. State of New York, State of New Jersey. And I challenge anybody to contradict this position. You have states in Brazil, you have states in Mexico. Those are the 2 I know in South America. All their states are called state of, and several others like that. Outside the 3 nations I've mentioned, I must go back to that. There is nowhere in the world outside those 3 nations, namely Burma, Nigeria, and Sudan, and they all had obnoxious dictatorial military rule, who do not care about the correctness of anything they do. It's just what we call convenience. All languages recognize the style we have used there. If the Yoruba one is accepted, as I've mentioned, and is not controverted, let's go to Hausa land. How do they call their state in Hausa? Let's go to Igbo. Hausa will say Jia Kaduna, not Kaduna Jia. Jia Kano, not Kano Jia. Let's now go to Igbo. Igbo will say Obodo Enugu, not Enugu Obodo. Igbo will not say Enugu Obodo or Anambra Obodo. Obodo Enugu, Obodo Anambra, Obodo Imo. Now, say I've explained to you that all languages, from French to German to Spanish, you can never ever have a primary speaker, those whose native tongue is that language, call states the way we call them in Nigeria. No. Let's not look at Nigeria itself. Nigeria is Federal Republic of Nigeria, not Nigeria Federal Republic. Okay. If that is not well explained, let's look at another one. If it is right to say Osun state government, it should be right to say Nigeria federal government. If it is right to say Osun state government, it should be correct to say Nigeria federal government. But is that the way we call Nigeria? How do we call Nigeria?
Federal government of Nigeria.
Say it again.
The federal government of Nigeria.
What should be the correct way of calling Osun therefore?
The state of Osun.
State government of Osun. Is it that? Is it?
So that's logical.
When some people now tell me that I'm the odd man out, I tell them no.
You are the unique one out.
I'm the correct man in. I'm the correct man in, because the method we have used corresponds with the international best practice and standard. Is Nigeria that is odd in the world? The Nigerian state, and finally, our constitution was so liberal. The constitution mentioned state in two places. In the constitution, there is a main section of the constitution where it says there will be 36 states in Nigeria, and the states are Abia, Adamawa, and so on. The constitution does not put a prefix or a suffix. In the schedule where the states are listed with their local government, the constitution again does not put a prefix or a suffix. So our constitution does not in any way restrict any state to a particular format. So again, to let our children know the importance of critical thinking. So I want to know why we took this pain. For those of us who are adults, we may no longer even bother because we are formed. But for the ones that are upcoming, we cannot afford to keep on misinforming them. So to drive that home, we choose to adopt the international best practice in even naming state. So that is why we use State of Osun.